Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history, and that is this current bull run. And guys, I just uncovered what I think might be one of the best real-world asset opportunities out there. Now, when I say opportunity, I mean making money. That's all I care about. There may be better projects that get a bigger market share or something like that, but I'm talking about if I invest in a project for this bull run, which one might lead the way? I already own Ondo. I love Ondo, and I think it's one of the best real-world asset projects out there. And we're going to talk about that briefly and take a look at the chart, but I'm going to talk to you about a new project that is backed by Blackrock and Coinbase in a large way, and I'm going to tell you why that's important, and then I'm going to tell you the difference between, say, Ondo and this project, because you really need to understand the big picture for real-world assets. Therefore, you can make more informed decisions of when to buy and sell and what to buy and sell. So hopefully you get a lot of alpha in this video. Hit that like button. Let's dive into it. Now, one of the big reasons we like Ondo Finance is it's backed by BlackRock, PIMCO, Goldman Sachs, some of the biggest players on the planet. Now, here's what I want to convey to you guys. All right, everything on the planet is going to be tokenized. We understand that, like everything. Stocks, bonds, they're already doing that, especially bonds. Your car, your boat, your house, your health records, your dog, everything's going to be tokenized. Well, there are two different entities, and Ondo is the front runner to dominate the first entity that we're going to talk about that. And there's some others like HBAR that's doing exceptionally well, and we really, as of this point, probably Ethereum is going to lead the way across the board. And I'm going to explain why that is. Now, a lot of people hate to hear this, but it's the truth. And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm 99% sure that if you follow the money and if you understand what I'm going to say, you'll probably agree with that. So anyway, here's the deal. The reason that, unfortunately, like Wall Street are going to dominate real-world assets, and whatever blockchain they choose to use will dominate. I almost guarantee it, and that's not financial advice. And how can I be so confident? Well, I used to work for Bear Stearns. I've been behind the scenes. But here's the deal. They already have all the money, all the power. They have access to the technology. If they don't have the technology, they can change regulation and everything. But the biggest point is they have the customers. So everything of substance, the mega money, they already have as customers. So when you take Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, the BlackRock, just those three entities, if they never went out and tried to tokenize anything else except what they already control, they would by far probably dominate 60%, 75% of the tokenized assets on the planet. And another thing, the reason they're going to be able to front run that dominance is because they control, whether we like to hear it or not, regulation. They know way before what's going to come down the pipe. But also, the reason they're going to be able to front run it, being that they have the customers, they can just start tokenizing. So anyway, Ondo, I truly believe, is one of the best real-world assets out there. Now, if you look at the chart, guys, that's probably about as steady a chart in all of crypto. It really is. I mean, look at the pullback where we had, 2 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago. That was right in here. It just basically went sideways. Most projects went down. Then it took off again, and now we're pulling back. Guys, this is just a steady stair-stepping chart. I don't think there's a better chart. Anyway, all right, let's get to the project that I'm talking about. This project is called IXSwap. Now, bear with me, and I'll tell you why I'm so excited about this project, and we'll look at that chart, and I actually think it looks a little better, believe it or not, than Ondo, but that's debatable. But anyway, when I was surfing around, and I really don't know what brought this to my attention, but it said, you know, tokenized assets, right? Like on the website, it says, together, let's build the future of tokenized assets. And it talked about how global organizations around the world got together, built out this platform. So I'm like, wait a minute, you're talking about like Uniswap, right? So what they're looking to do when everything on the planet is tokenized, well, you're going to have a place to swap that. See, like when Wall Street tokenizes their funds, that's going to be a whole different thing. Just like the spot Bitcoin and spot ETF, you'll be able to call your broker and all that, and the average person is not going to be using like a Uniswap to swap those out. But on real world assets, when it comes to like your health records, which I believe those HBAR is just killing it for real world assets when it comes to supply chain management and tokenizing of products, tokenizing of like your health records and things like that. Anyway, don't want to get sidetracked. So in the future, when you have endless amount of assets, I want to swap my boat for your car, or your car for cash, or cash for, my motorcycle. Well, you're going to have a place to do that. So that's what they're looking to do. Now, they also are launching a Launchpad. And so that Launchpad is going to be like for new companies, new crypto companies, new crypto foundations, but regular companies out in the world like startups or older companies. If they want to tokenize their company and kind of like do an ICO, they'll be able to tokenize that, and it's totally legit, totally regulated. This is one of the first projects that's regulated. It has a license. Now, America may come in and step in and messes up short term, but they are regulated, and they're trying to push the whole market forward. So basically, you're going to be able to swap around, and then you're also going to be able to invest like in a high rise, invest in a company. Heck, you'll probably be able to invest in people's channel like Mr. Beast if he wants to tokenize himself. Well, you're going to have a place to swap that, and that's where the Launchpad comes in. You got both sides of the coin. You got the people wanting to tokenize their commodities or whatever it is, and then you got the people that want to buy. Guys, this is a heck of a project. Now, I know I'm rambling, bear with me. Now, one thing you want to see, you see it a lot in crypto, which people don't need anything but a talking point, right? But you want to see, if a project says, oh, we're going to dominate real world assets, we're the best technology, well, then show me that people agree with you, because it really doesn't matter what we think, doesn't matter what the project thinks. Of course, the project thinks that they're the best for whatever it is, but does society, does the world do it? Well, they've already tokenized the world's most valuable sapphire. Now, that's not a big deal, but guys, it's early. There's only a few projects out there that have actually tokenized anything. Ethereum, Ondo, I think Aave with JP Morgan back in the day, they tested that, a few others. HBAR has tokenized a ton of stuff, but outside of that, there's not many players in the real world assets that are actually getting it done, for whatever that's worth. Now, here's the big reason, or here's one of the other reasons, is they partnered with Manta. And the reason they partnered, check this out, and I wasn't aware of this, but it says Manta's strength lies in ensuring regulatory compliance for tokenized real world assets. And that's why they partnered with them. and it talks about how important regulatory compliance is and how they are already compliant as far as IX swap. Now, when you go to their the X account, guys, they're constantly bringing on partnerships. Now, here's the big news. This is exactly why I'm excited about the project. Coinbase investment in IX Swaps Group, pioneering regulatory compliant DeFi for tokenized real world assets. So, guys, as a rule, the way I see it playing out, real world assets like bonds and stocks and things like they're already doing through Blackrock and JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and all those guys, they already have the customers. They're just literally waiting on to guarantee the technology works, right, to iron everything out and regulatory clarity. And they're going to be up and running. But they don't need us, like I mentioned before. They're already going to dominate the space, non-negotiable. Now, I believe that is going to front run everything. But then people, average people, you're going to tokenize your house, right? Well, you're going to probably go somewhere like IX Swap or a company that uses IX Swap. But that's going to be slow, guys. I mean, think about how early we are into crypto. So as excited as we get about real world tokenized assets and even cross-border payments with crypto, guys, this is a slow grind. So, this may not be mainstream for 10 to 15 years, and probably not, and that's probably how long it's going to take to pick up steam. Heck, the majority of the world still haven't bought even Bitcoin, right? So, I believe for real world assets, you're going to look at like an HBAR or Ondo, and then for real world assets like what we're talking about for your health records and tokenizing your house and your car, your dog, things like that, it's going to be an IX swap. Now, check it out, guys. This chart right here, I mean, it's not as steady as Ondo's, but look at this, guys. This thing made a big move. Yes, obviously people took profits, but it's just been consolidating for the last month or so, and it's not pulled back like most of these projects. It's just ranging. I think it's accumulation phase. For me, I'm going to accumulate both these projects. I really believe they are really solid. I believe Ondo is going to be a blue chip. Now, this one is a little more risky. Do your own research. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. But as you know, when you have Blackrock and Coinbase behind the project, it's going to rip. I called Celestia back in the day. No one was talking about it. And to be honest, I wish I'd have bought more. But I was doing a research, my deep dive, and I saw where Coinbase had bought out a lab, and it happened to be the Celestia lab. I forget the name. So anyway, they own that lab that I knew Celestia was going to make it. I still believe Celestia is going to be a powerhouse. The only thing is it was set up for them to make more money than retail, which that's the case across the board. That being said, that's why you got to take your profits, guys. Not financial advice, but I invest bull run to bull run for the people that don't know that. And if you don't take profits, you're going to become the profits. And crypto are not stocks. I just did a video talking about how in the 2017-18 bull run, out of the top 100, only 20 made a new all-time high in the preceding bull run. So in this bull run, the odds are, and the top 25 only had 5. In this bull run, the odds are, of the top 100 tokens in the last bull run, I bet it's going to be less than 20. I bet it's going to be more like 10 to 15 make a new all-time high in this bull run. So if you understand that, it's going to help you make money. Anyway, guys, I'll leave a link at the end for that video if you want to watch it. I highly recommend it. That being said, guys, I do one-on-one coaching if you need some help with your portfolio, and you got questions or you need to understand how to compare projects or dollar cost average in and out, how to take profits, whatever, I got you. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I'll leave a link down below and pin it in the comment section. That's all I got for you guys. And whether you take me up or coaching or not, guys, do yourself a favor. Again, not financial advice. Take your profits. You'll become the profits. And remember, if the majority were right, the majority would be rich. And then another thing, get a plan. Work that plan. Don't be FOMOing in. Don't fall for the FUD. Get some conviction. Anyway, good luck, guys. Hit that like button, share with like-minded people, and come back and be part of this community. Take care.